The summary of the plant kingdom. Plant kingdom includes algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. Now, algae are chlorophyll-bearing simple, thalloid, autotrophic, largely aquatic organisms. Depending on the type of pigment possessed and the type of store food, so pigment and store food, algae are classified into three classes, namely chlorophycia, green algae, phaeophycia, brown algae, rhodophycia, red algae. Algae usually reproduce vegetatively by fragmentation, asexually by formation of different types of spores, not gametes, and sexually by formation of gametes, which may show isogamy, anisogamy, and oogamy. Isogamy, morphologically similar type of gametes, then anisogamy and oogamy, morphologically different. Bryophytes are plants which can live in soil but are dependent on water for sexual reproduction. Their plant body is more differentiated than that of algae. It is thallus-like, not thallus, but it is thallus-like and prostrate or erect and attached to the substratum by rhizoids. Rhizoids can be multicellular or unicellular. Unicellular in liverworts and multicellular in mosses. Now, they possess root-like, leaf-like, and stem-like structures. Okay, the bryophytes are divided into liverworts and mosses. The plant body of liverworts is thalloid, that is thallus-like, and dorsiventral, that is suppressed, whereas mosses have upright, slender axis bearing spirally arranged leaves. The main plant body of a bryophyte is gamete-producing and is called a gametophyte. Why it is called gametophyte? Because it produces a gamete. Okay, it bears the male sex organs called antheridia, in which the male gamete will be formed. They have the male sex organs. They have the female sex organs called archegonia on the gametophyte. Okay, the male and female gametes produced fuse to form zygote, which produces a multicellular body called sporophyte. Now it produces the haploid spores in the sporophyte. The spores germinate to form gametophytes. So the cycle is complete. So this is the cycle of bryophytes. Now let's see the pteridophytes. In pteridophytes, the main plant body is a sporophyte, which is differentiated into true root, stem, and leaves. These organs possess well-differentiated vascular tissue. Now, root, stem, and leaves possess well-differentiated vascular tissues. The sporophytes bear sporangia, which produce spores. Okay, the sporophytes bear sporangia, which produces spores. The spores germinate to form gametophytes, which require cool, damp places to grow. The gametophytes bear male and female sex organs, just like in bryophytes, that is, male sex organ is antheridia and female sex organ is archegonia, respectively. Water is required, same as that of bryophytes, for transfer of male gametes to archegonium, where zygote is formed after fertilization. The zygote produces a sporophyte, then sporophyte bears the sporangia and they produces the spores, and then again they germinate and they give rise to the gametophyte. Okay, the cycle keeps on continue. Now the gymnosperm. The gymnosperm are the plants in which ovules are not enclosed by any ovary wall. So the ovules are been naked. After fertilization, the seeds remain exposed, and therefore these plants are called naked seeded plants. Why they are called naked seeded plants? Because after fertilization the seeds remain exposed, the ovules remain exposed, they are not covered. The gymnosperm produce microspores and megaspores, two different types of spores, unlike in pteridophytes. Two exceptions are there, but in most of them they are homosporous. But like in gymnosperm, they produce two different spores, that is microspores and megaspores, which are produced in respective microsporangia and megasporangia born on the sporophylls. Now what is the sporophyle? The sporophylls, these can be microsporophylls or megasporophylls. Microsporophylls in male and megasporophylls in female are arranged. Now these are arranged spirally on axis to form male and female cones respectively. The pollen grain. Now in the gymnosperm there is a formation of pollen grain, germinates, and pollen tube is also formed, releases the male gamete into the ovule, that is a naked ovule, where it fuses with the egg cell in archegonia. Following fertilization, the zygote develops into embryo. Now following the fertilization, the zygote develops into embryo, and then the embryo and the ovules into seed. So zygote into embryo and ovules into seeds. The angiosperms are divided into two classes, that is dicot and monocot. Examples of monocot, these are I think Triticum ostrium, that is wheat, and for dicot it is Mangifera indica, that is the mango, right? Now some of the questions like, what is the basis of classification of algae? Pigment and stored food. When and where does reduction division takes place in the life cycle of a liverwort, moss, a fern, a gymnosperm and an angiosperm? Mostly in the sporangia, right? Name 3 groups of plants that bear archigonia. First is the bryophytes, then pteridophytes, then I think gymnosperm. Okay, briefly describe the life cycle of any of them. Okay, the mention the ploidy of following: protonemal cell of a moss, it is haploid; primary endosperm, nucleus in dicot, maybe triploid; and leaf cell of a moss, maybe diploid; prothallus cell of a fern, I think it is haploid, I guess; Gema cell in Markensia, it is mostly diploid; meristem cell of monocot, don't know; ovum of a liverwort, I think haploid; and zygote of a fern, of course zygote, then diploid. Write a note on economic importance of algae and gymnosperm. 20% of oxygen is released by algae. Both gymnosperm and angiosperms bear seeds. Then why are they classified separately? Because the seeds in the gymnosperms are not enclosed, means they are naked, but in case of angiosperms it is not naked, it is covered. What is heterospory? It is the formation of two types of spores, macrospores or megaspores. And briefly comment on its significance. Give 2 examples, Silaginella and Salvinia. Explain briefly the following terms with suitable examples: Protonema, Anthridium, Archegonium, Diplontic, Sporophyll and Isogamy. You know the Sporophyll, these are spirally arranged leaves on an axis to form the male cones and female cones. Okay, Isogamy, then Protonema. Differentiate between the red algae and brown algae, liverworts and mosses, homosporous and heterosporous, pteridophyte, right? Now Chlamydomonas, Cycas, Silaginella, Sphagnum. Sphagnum, it is a peat moss. Silaginella, it is a pteridophyte. Cycas, it is gymnosperm, and Chlamydomonas, it is a algae. Describe the important characteristics of gymnosperm. So this is all your chapter.